Let's get it. What up, though? What up? What up? What up? What up? What up? What up? Checking in. What it is. Week one. Week one is underway officially for the NFL. Let's just take a moment to appreciate that football is back. Thank God Almighty, football is back, for better, for worse. All the stuff we love to hate, the storylines, the drama, the field goals being missed by kickers, the refs making questionable calls. It's all back, guys. It's all back. It's all back. It's all back. Cam Don, what up, though? Tyler P, what up, though? Everybody checking in. Tony, what up, though? J Issue, what up? Who else? Omar, what up, though? Chubba Wubba Hub is in here. Y'all got the win. Okay, cool. Y'all get a video thumbs up while you're over here trying to type in all caps. Panthers are Kings. What up, though, bro? What's going on, man? What's going on, man? Hit the thumbs up, y'all, if you have not. Hit the thumbs up if you have not. We're going live, man. Got some stuff to talk about. All right? We got to talk about this game. Couple things. Like I said, first of all, make sure you are subscribed if you have not. Hit the subscribe button. I do Panthers content. I do reactions like this after the game. I got Overreaction Monday coming tomorrow. This is a new type of video. I'm doing Overreaction Monday tomorrow. Also got the Panthers news coming this week. I got a special announcement coming this week as well. Probably be dropped on Tuesday. And I have an announcement also. I know a lot of y'all are probably concerned. I'm looking at NFL Plus. It looks like the All 22 for film will be out tomorrow. It'll be out tomorrow. So I'm thinking about doing a live stream of the full All 22 film breakdown so you can see it. It'll only be live only. I won't repost it. If I do it, it'll only be it'll be live only. I won't repost it. It'll only be live. So it'll go away after it's done. Like I said, I will possibly considering doing a All 22 live stream. Andy Clark, what up? I see you back. Football season started. Y'all got that win. I'm down here in the city, and the Saints fans, they loud and proud here, man, after that win. I don't know how the Falcons let the Saints get away with that one. I don't know how the Falcons let the Saints get away with that, but it is what it is. Derek Brown, what up, though? Mike, what up, though? Chase Dixon, what up, though? All the greetings to everybody. What up, though? What up, though? All right. Y'all make sure y'all get a video thumbs up. Like I said, 59 people in here, only 14 likes. We're getting ready to get this going, though, because I'm trying to watch this night game a little bit, too. You know what I'm saying? We got a pretty good night game with the Bucs and the Cowboys. Obviously, it's a division rival, but we get to see Tom Brady fresh off a family vacation, trying to figure out what he got going on with his wife. He's a family man. He's 45 years old, family man. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to see what's going on. But we got to start with. Let's start. What do we want to start with? Do we want to start with offense, defense? We want to start with the refs. We want to start with Matt Rule. What do we want to do? What do y'all want to do? Because I know it's a lot y'all want to talk about. What do y'all want to talk about? Offense, defense, like I said, Rule, or what? Because we got to talk about it, man. It's a lot to get into. But all right, sorry. I'm just getting my stuff set up. All right, here we go. Let's talk about it, man. Offense, man. Golly. We started so slow. But why did we start slow? Why? You got to get it to some kind of rhythm, man. And I got some notes over here I'm looking down at. You got to get it some kind of rhythm. Like, I understand you are scripting, but we got to put stuff in perspective, though. Because Baker is his first time with the team. We know that we talked about Baker getting here in July, him in this quarterback competition affecting. It's safe to I told you guys I was turning over a new leaf. I wasn't focused on the micro with Matt Rule. However, when this stuff shows his head like this, it's fair to criticize Matt Rule and wonder, why did you put this little faux pas quarterback competition in the offseason when Baker Mayfield was on an accelerated timeline? Maybe if you got some extra reps with the real center, whether it's Elflein or Bozeman, if you got some real timing and reps, there wouldn't be 4 or 5 drop snaps. Now, a couple of them were shotgun snaps that were on Baker, but some of them were a low snaps. Some of them was quarterback center exchange. Baker's clearly out of whack, but we're dropping back and slinging the ball everywhere. Tip balls at the line of scrimmage. Like, we probably only ran, 20-something plays? How many plays we run? 54? We ran, 54 plays, right? Let me look at the box score. Let's look at the box score. Look at the box score. How many plays did we run? We ran 50 plays. There were 4 batted balls and 5 drop snaps. So they're almost 10. So 20% of your plays were wasted plays. 20% of your plays were wasted. We ran 50 total plays. I'm not making this up. We ran 50 total plays on offense. 4 were tipped at the line of scrimmage, and 5 were fumble snaps by the quarterback. Not to mention the snap by Christian McCaffrey. So let's just start there. Like, the lack of rhythm, the lack of being in sync. I understand there's going to be some first week jitters and rhythm to get away because the offseason is limited. There's certain things that we can do. Like, it's crazy. We ran 50 plays. I'm going to say that again. 50 plays. 4 of them were tip balls at the line of scrimmage. I mean, it's just Baker being short, you know what I'm saying? And then 5 drop snaps. It's crazy. Matt Porter, what up, though? But that's just first things first. Get that out the way. Wasted plays. Like, wasted plays. Okay, so that's gone. Let's keep it moving. Let's keep it moving. Because I want the best 5 offensive linemen out there. I really don't care who's snapping the ball. I disagree with Bozeman under Elfline, fine. But it just, whatever. What up, though, Will? So let's also talk about the game plan. Because like I said, the first couple of plays are scripted. They're scripted. That's what they do. They look at these plays. That's what I mean. They don't just call them off on the fly. The first, 15 or whatever, 15 to maybe 15 snaps, maybe, are scripted the night before based off of the game plan and what they see on film. So the first couple drives, let's look at it. First drive, pass, punt. Second drive, run, pass. No, sorry. Run, penalty off of a pass, run, fumble snap, and recovered, punt. The next drive, pass, delay a game, pass, fumble. After a throw, pass, penalty, punt. So we started off with 3 straight punts. 2 of them were 3 and outs. Then we had an interception on the next drive, and then a punt on the other. So the lack of offensive rhythm sucks. Now let's put it in perspective because Baker Mayfield has an abbreviated time with the team. Ben McAdoo has not been at the helm of calling plays in a while. Yes, he's experienced, but it has been, 7? 6, 7 years since he's called plays? So there may be just a lack of rhythm. There was just some lack of rhythm out there. Brennan Ray, what up, though? But like I said, McAdoo hasn't called plays, been the play caller, the man calling plays in some years now. So maybe there was some rust for him because we relied way too much on the passing game. And I know, looking back, I talked about what we could look at. I didn't think we would be this pass happy. Yeah, Chuba Wooba, you're not really contributing nothing, bro. Like you this close to getting banned, bro. I'm trying to be nice. I'll eat the crow, whatever. But like, you're not contributing nothing right now, bro. You're not contributing nothing right now. I'm about to get you out of there. All right. I mean, you're really just spamming the comments. I can't see nobody else comments. So, like, it's really, you're not contributing nothing. Like I said, I'm trying to let you have your victory lap, but you're not being productive. You're not contributing nothing valuable. It is what it is. B Diva, what up though? But like I said, maybe McAdoo's rusty too. I mean, yes, he called plays in preseason, but maybe McAdoo's rusty too. Maybe. Okay. But it's just the lack of balance. The lack of balance. And I went down and did the math. I counted. I was like, if you follow me on Twitter, you know I kept talking about running the ball. All right, man. We'll holler at you. But I kept talking about running the ball. We didn't run the ball. Once we started running the ball and being a little bit more balanced, hey, we started moving the ball. Hey, we were getting 4-5 yards here and there, like McCaffrey making people miss. Like, I told people were so concerned, McCaffrey, we don't need to overuse McCaffrey. We need to be balanced, which is true, yes, but at what detriment? I'd rather ride Christian McCaffrey and utilize one of the best weapons in the NFL than just be like, then run it, get stuck in the mud because we don't want to wear him out. You know, like, I don't understand. Like, Christian McCaffrey is one of the best players in the NFL. I told y'all when he's healthy, he's the top 3 weapon. He was healthy today. He was a top 3 weapon today. We did not get him the ball enough. Let's look at the box score. Christian McCaffrey, 10 carries, 33 yards. 4 catches, 24 yards. I understand one was a called back for a holding call. But you got to get Christian the ball. You got to play your star. You got to give your stars the ball. And they claimed there was no pitch count or anything for him, or they weren't trying to not give him the ball. But, like, bro, Christian McCaffrey is a top 3 weapon in the NFL when healthy. Give him the ball. And I went back and counted because we were way too pass happy for my liking. We were way too pass happy. With the O-line who has some questionable pass blocking, we haven't established what we are yet. Why would you continue to drop back after drop back after drop back after drop back? I counted. I did the math in the first half. I did the math on how many first downs we had, like how many first downs that came up. The Panthers. Box score. Let's go to the box score because I counted. I went through and counted. On first down plays that came up, not mentioning penalties, not including penalties and stuff or fumble snaps. The Panthers ran the ball only 5 times out of, I counted 20-something first downs that came up, whether it be penalty or actual first downs. 5 times. We only ran the ball on first down 5. And some of y'all were complaining about Joe Brady being predictable and running the ball on first down too much. But we didn't even try. I know some of them apparently were RPOs where he has the option to not run the ball and pass it. But, dog, it's frustrating, man. It's frustrating. You mean to tell me we only ran the ball 5 times on first down out of the whole game? Tony said it exactly. Tony said it exactly. Imagine if we use Christian how they use Chubb. They just gave him the ball. You know what I'm saying? And once you started running the ball and trying to be balanced, you started moving the ball and making things happen. Yeah, B Diva right. We couldn't do nothing in the first half at all. The first quarter, we literally had, negative yards? Anthony Rochelle, what up, though? What's up, brother? Yeah, we need to know what Ben McAdoo was talking about. We need to know what Ben McAdoo was on. I need answers. Why weren't we trying to get Christian? Like, and y'all talked all offseason about not overusing him, but like, bro, we underused him. Look what happens when you try too hard not to go to him. Because DJ didn't get targets either. DJ had what, 6 targets? DJ Moore. 6 targets, 3 catches, 43 yards. Like, what's going on? Because offensively, I just can't see the game plan of not giving Christian McCaffrey the ball and throwing the ball that much being a good idea. 50 plays, we had 27 pass attempts. We ran the ball 14, not including fumble snaps, because they count those as rushes for Baker Mayfield, and not including the reverse to DJ Moore. We ran the ball 13 times. In a game that we only trailed by 2 possessions at most at a time, we only ran the ball 13 times designed. Now, like I said, there could be some RPOs where Baker decided to not give it to Christian and pass it. We'll look at that with the film. But at the same time, there's a reason why you pay Christian McCaffrey $15 million. You know? There's a reason why we paid him $15 million. There's things in his game that make him unstoppable. If they want to load the box, you can put him at wide receiver. If they want to try to put a linebacker on him, he's going to break him off. They got to put DBs on him. Y'all make sure y'all get a video thumbs up if you have not. We're keeping it rolling, man. Talking about this Panthers versus Browns game. Subscribe if you have not. I do Panthers content a lot of days of the week. A lot of them. A lot of the days of the week I'm doing Panthers content, so make sure you are subscribed. Make sure you are subscribed. Okay? But I just don't understand the offensive game plan. But let's talk about some of the good stuff. Second half, we ran the ball. We're balanced. We actually had a decent amount of pass protection to take advantage of Ian Thomas down the field. Robbie Anderson bombs over Baghdad 75 yards on one play. Once we actually had time, we were getting the ball downfield. Baker really didn't look too comfortable most of the time. Why was that? The offensive line has some issues. So let's talk about that. Ike Ekwonu. We gotta call Ike into the front of the pulpit, guys. We gotta get Ike in front of the pulpit. We gotta get Ike to come to the front of the pulpit, man. Ike Ekwonu, rookie, going against with TJ Watt gonna be out probably for the season, most likely. Myles Garrett has a real legit chance of being Defensive Player of the Year. He has a legit shot. So let's not act like no matter who we put at left tackle was not going to have a hard time. That's what we have to put in perspective. Who on the offensive line? I mean, yes, there were some bad plays by Ike, but let's talk. There were some good plays too. But there's not too many people out there that's going to be able to handle Myles Garrett a full game, whatever. And he took advantage. I don't think any of us expected Ike to just stonewall Myles Garrett. I constantly saw tight ends on his side. The times that they didn't, that's when he got sacked. But I constantly saw them putting tight ends. Tommy Tremble and Ian Thomas were put on there to kind of chip block off of Myles Garrett, make his track to the quarterback a little bit wider. It just wasn't enough, unfortunately. We got the sacks, back-to-back sacks. Myles Garrett was going to get his. You know what I'm saying? Did he wreck the game? I wouldn't say that. I think the lack of, have we even tried to run the ball to take some pressure? Maybe set up some play action? I don't know. But like I said, the all 22 according to NFL will be out tomorrow. Maybe let's talk. Let's think about doing a live stream of watching all the film together. Let's watch it all together. Y'all can watch me go through the plays like I do when I break down every game. That's why I don't overreact all the time off of the broadcast, because you'll get a better picture of what happened from the film when you can see everybody and running back multiple times. Watching it live on the broadcast once without any replays is tough. It's tough. But offensively, Robbie had 100 yards. 5-400 off that 75-yarder. Ian Thomas showed a bright spot. He made a down the field play. He ran out of gas on that 50-yarder, but we'll take it. Only 6 guys caught a pass. Okay, I don't hate it, but the stuff that went wrong, the stuff that went wrong seems fixable. That's the thing. We saw some bright spots, and this is the only thing I have as saving grace offensively before we switch to defense. Offensively, we put something together in the second half when we actually turned into a balanced team. Balance. Like, it's amazing what keeping the defense off balance does for you. This is not rocket science. Christian McCaffrey is a good running back. Why not give him the ball? Okay? Other bright spot offensively. We stretched the ball down the field. We stretched the ball down the field more times in one game than I've seen in a minute. Tyree Ross, what up, though? The problem seemed fixable. Drop snaps, that's definitely fixable. Not running the ball, calling better plays, giving the ball to Christian McCaffrey, that doesn't seem like a hard thing to fix. Giving the ball to Christian McCaffrey more is not hard. Even Joe Brady could do that, and he's the quarterback's coach now. Giving the ball to Christian McCaffrey more is not hard. That's fixable. To me, besides that, those will cure a lot of different things. Now, what are we going to do about these tip passes at the line of scrimmage? I don't know. But 5 fumble snaps and 4 passes batted at the line of scrimmage, 9 out of 50 plays. I'm going to round up a little bit. 10 out of 15 is 20%. So 9 is almost 20% of your plays were dead plays. Tipped at the line of scrimmage or fumble snaps. That's crazy. However, you got to start faster. If you start faster, this is a whole different game. You have to play. You can't talk about playing complementary football when you're going against a ball control running team that wants to lean on you in the heat in a muggy city of Charlotte where it's been raining for the past, who knows how many days in a row. So it's hot and muggy out there. This is week 1. Everybody's not in football shape. You need to play complementary football. But you decide to only run the ball on first down 5 times out of 21 opportunities. You pass way too much. So how can you play complementary football if you're passing the ball going 3 and out? Defense is bending and not breaking sometimes. They're giving up long drives. You can clearly see they're being block mad as they're not getting off the ball, off the blocks good enough. Missing tackles because they're fatigued. It's hot. It's the first game. You got to play complimentary football. That's my last word on the offense. I'm going to take a little intermission right here to talk about these refs, dog, because that ending of that game, oh, my Lord. Oh, that ending was so heartbreaking. That ending was so heartbreaking. That ending was so heartbreaking, dog. Like, let's talk about it, man. Because, first of all, you know me. I'm the guy like, don't blame the ref for penalties. You shouldn't have put yourself in that position. I've said it multiple times. When the Saints cried about that blown pass interference against the Rams, I said the same thing. So you could call me hypocritical if you want to. You could call me hypocritical because, like I said, I told the Saints, don't cry about that. You had every opportunity after the fact to do it. That was my point. I told the Saints, I was like, hey, yes, they blew that, but you have a Hall of Fame quarterback. You had a chance to go down in overtime and win the game, but your Hall of Fame quarterback turned it over. So, but in this instance, they called roughing the passer on Brian Burns when he bull rushed the left tackle into the quarterback. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on that one because that's judgmental. You can see his head go back. It wasn't because of the contact. It wasn't a blow to the head. It was the fact that a 330-pound offensive lineman was thrown into his chest while he was throwing the ball forward. So your head is going to go back. I'm not going to even stick on that. But this fake spike is really what blows me because the rule is, I wonder if I can pull it up. The rule is, can we go to the rule? Do I got it do I got it here? Do I got the rule? See if I can pull it up. Wow. Maybe I don't have the rules in front of me. No, I don't. I tweeted it out. But anyway, the rule is, I think we needed 7 instead of 3, and that was why we in the situation in the first place. We're going to talk about that. We'll be too conservative is the question. We might have been too conservative. It's a possibility. It's a possibility we were too conservative. But at the same time, they say he didn't take a fake spike. You can look at every other spike that he did. He did 2 other spikes on that drive, I think, or one other one. He did not take a step back and do whatever with his hands and spike the ball. But this time he stepped back, fake spike, looked up, and then spiked again. The rule is if you do not immediately spike the ball, it's intentional grounding, which is a 10-second runoff and a loss of down. So instead of going from third and whatever for a 58-yarder with 13 seconds left, it's 4th down and forever a 68-yarder, 3 seconds on the clock with the running clock. The clock was going to start as soon as the ref put the ball down for play after the 10-yard penalty. And then they would have had to rush their kicker on for a 68-yarder with 3 seconds left. The 58-yarder had some distance, but he had plenty of time to get ready for that. I mean, there's a lot of things you could do in 3 seconds. I can't even say the alphabet. Can you say the alphabet in 3 seconds? No. It's hard to count to 3 in 3 seconds. So the math not mathing because he clearly explained that there was no foul. He faked the spike and then spiked. What you just explained is a foul. You can't say there's no foul because he committed a foul. You literally just contradicted yourself. You said there's no foul because he faked the spike and then spiked it, which is the true definition of a delayed spike. A delayed spike is intentional grounding. I'm not gonna give these refs too much more of my energy, man, because I went off on Twitter. I added the refs. They gave some BS explanation, saying that he just stepped back, that he didn't fake the spike, even though they announced that he faked the spike. It is what it is. But why did we get in that position? B Diva talked about it. Were we too conservative? Christian McCaffrey broke that long run on the screen pass. Then he got horse collared. We dropped the snap, of course. There could have been a pass play. Who knows? There might have been a pass play on that. Who knows? Hindsight, let's talk about it. Hindsight is 2020. And I'm not no Matt. Y'all know me. I'm not a Matt Rule truther. I'm not just gonna sit here and blindly defend him. I'm not gonna blindly defend Matt Rule. But to me, if 20% of my plays are ending in tip balls, which was fortunately not intercepted, and fumble snaps, I'm not going to put the ball in the air if I don't have to. You put all this time and effort and stock in this defense over the years, you have to be able to get one stop eventually. You have to be able to. So I'm not going to completely blame Matt Rule for going too conservative there. Because like I said, almost 20% of our offensive plays ended in a tip ball or a drop snap. So there was a 1 out of 5 chance that, and we did it. The 1 out of 5 happened on first down. The first play of that drive after the horse collar was a fumble snap. Yeah, we were scared of throwing up. They're scared of a pick, scared of a tip pass, potentially a drop snap. There's a lot of things. Almost 20. I keep saying this. Almost 20% of our offensive plays were dead plays, ended in a tip ball at the line of scrimmage or a fumble snap. So I'm not going to completely, like I said, hindsight's 2020. Maybe take a shot at the end zone. You got timeouts. What do you run regular? You just run your regular offense. I don't know. But the fact of the matter is, the defense scored. I mean, the offense scored enough points to win the game. As bad as they played, they still gave a shot down the stretch. They gave him a shot down the stretch. So let's talk about this defense. Let's talk about the defense, man. Let's talk about this pass rush and or lack thereof it. Let's talk about it because we know that we had some question marks. Could YGM step into Hassan Reddick's spot? They told us that they were going to do pass rush by committee with Louvu, Brandon Smith, YGM, Marquise Haynes. They told us it was going to be by committee. The committee did not show up. The committee did not show up. Did we get any sacks today? 1 sack. Panthers had 1 sack. One sack. But the thing about it is, how often were you in opportunities that were obvious pass opportunities? There weren't that many clear and obvious pass rush opportunities because we could not stop the run on early downs. We could not. We couldn't stop the run. Couldn't tackle. And I told you guys, if you've been paying attention to my videos, I don't just be talking smoke. I don't just be blowing smoke. I said that tackling was a key. Let's talk about it. One of the team. This is Nick Chubb averaged 5 yards per carry for his career. This is one of the best O-lines in the league. Nick Chubb is one of the hardest running backs to tackle one-on-one. If you don't know and you watch the Panthers game, you probably do know. I knew that beforehand. You don't really get the chance to tackle like that in the offseason. Deep like there's with the new rules for the CBA, you don't really get that many chances to go full pass and tackle during the offseason. So a team that struggled with missed tackles last year, was top 10 in missed tackles, I had some concerns. I said it in my video. This is the perfect storm. You're going against a top O-line with a running back that's very difficult to tackle, with a team that's going to be committed to running the ball no matter what. It was a recipe for disaster. I don't know how many times Nick Chubb's yards after contact are probably out of this world. They're probably out of this world. Because there were so many times we got first contact in the backfield and we didn't get him down. Whether it's arm tackling, where it's just Nick Chubb being Nick Chubb, or not enough people around to help out, or just poor tackling because, like I said, we're just not a great tackling team. You got to give them credit too. I mean, they get paid a lot of money. Barno was inactive. I think he was still hurt with that hamstring. But he a little light in the pants too, bro. He would have got moved around. I ain't gonna lie. He would have got moved around. That's the reason why they picked up Anderson recently, because he's a lot bigger. But Nick Chubb is not easy to tackle, guys. Like I don't. Y'all are being super critical. Y'all wanna tackle Nick Chubb? Y'all want to? It's tough. It's hot. You've been on the field, 40-something minutes? You got a big O-line leaning on you. Your offense is not giving you any kind of break because they're going 3 and out. And you can't get off the field. You can't get off the field. It's tough. And once you start, I'm going to tell you guys, as somebody that used to play defense, dog, once you start getting tired, when the Panthers look like they're block magnets, when you see Panthers players not getting off blocks, arm tackling, diving at legs, they're tired. They're tired. The reason why you have to be in shape as a football player is your technique suffers. If you're not in shape, your technique is going to suffer. You could be out there, but you're going to be going through the motions. Your technique is going to suffer. But yeah, y'all make sure y'all get the video a thumbs up, man. If you have not, if you in here, get a video a thumbs up. Really helps me out in the algorithm. But the tackling, it was a point of emphasis that I talked about, and it happened. And it played out exactly. But that pass rush, it was tough. It was tough not giving him all day to throw. With the lack of pass rush, to only give up what? 140 something yards passing on 34 attempts. That's crazy. That's crazy. I mean, like I said, they passed the ball 34 times. And we had no pass rush. It was basically a 7-on-7 drill. And it's just tough because, like, I think some of y'all have unrealistic expectations for the defense also. Because let's talk about that overall. I think some of y'all have unrealistic expectations. For one, we're not the 2000 Ravens. We're not the 87 Bears, whatever. We're not a dominant defense. There's not too many of those defenses in the league, period. The way the rules are set up, as good as these quarterbacks are, there's not going to be any lockdown defenses. Your best bet is bending and not breaking and playing good situational football, getting off the field on third down, being good in short yardage, and just having an offense that can actually do something. There's too many rules slanted against the defense to be able to have a just completely shut out, lights out, dominant defense. We have some young talent, but we were never going to be the best. I honestly thought we were going to take a step back anyway. I just thought that the offense would take a step forward to help meet the defense halfway versus the defense carrying the team like it always has for the Panthers and hoping the offense does something or put something together eventually. By the time the offense got their stuff together, time was running low, and the defense was too tired to get a stop when they needed to. Y'all make sure y'all get a video thumbs up if you have not. Subscribe if you have not. Panthers content. But it is what it is. Thumbs up if you have not. Got some people trickling in. But we knew we were going to probably take a step back after losing Hassan Reddick. We knew it. But we got to figure out somehow to manufacture. Phil Snow was not as aggressive as I expected, blitzing-wise. This is a top 2 blitzing percentage team last year. Now, some explanations for why we didn't blitz that much. Like I said, we weren't in obvious third down and long scenarios. If you're in obvious pass scenarios, you can blitz and do all those crazy exotic blitzes that he likes to do. But if you're in constant second and medium, third and short, third and medium, you don't have obvious opportunities to just pin your ears back and blitz. You don't have those obvious opportunities. So I understand why, but I still feel like we should have been more aggressive. I feel like that was a microcosm of the defense being on their heels most of the game. But the thing about it is we have to do something because Brian Burns, him getting double team, he's not physically imposing enough to get through double teams on an every down basis. He had plenty of there was a one drive in the second half on maybe the third quarter where he was consistently getting off blocks in the run game and making tackles for loss. Probably 3 plays in a row, not in a row, but in a series. So Brian Burns was doing what he could, but as a pass rusher, he's not built to beat double teams on an every down basis. And without anybody on the other side of Brian Burns, he's going to continue to be double teamed all season long. All season long. He's going to see all double teams. It's just the way it is. However, that's what pass rushers do that's going to get paid big money. That's what happens. However, let's talk about the secondary. I see y'all talking about CJ. I see y'all talking about JC. Let's talk about the secondary. Let's see how many plays. The Browns ran, Jesus Christ. The Browns went 74 plays. Yeah, we probably should have picked up Carlos Dunlap because he had a sack today for the Chiefs, and we kind of needed him. Should have just kind of paid him what he wanted, to be honest. It was bad. It's real bad Michael Jackson out here. Michael Jackson bad right now, pass rush wise. But secondary wise, JC Horn, this is what, his fourth game in his career? Fourth? Didn't play much, took a lot of practices off in preseason, only played with one preseason game. If you watch JC Horns in college and looked at his scouting report in the pre-draft process, him being overly physical, grabbing too much, holding, PI, whatever, that was one of the downsides. He plays physical. And some secondaries in the NFL, some guys will do that. They'll be like, they're going to put the pressure on the refs every time to make a call. Because refs don't want to make these calls all the time. They make bad calls, but the refs do not want to make these calls, believe it or not. They don't want to be responsible for the game's outcome. They don't. But when you overly physical, you forcing the issue a little bit too grabby. You're way too grabby. The refs are going to call it. So JC, it's going to take him some adjusting. I'm not panicking on JC. I know y'all saw him get beat off the line of scrimmage by Amari Cooper. That's one play. He got beat off the jam, one play. Because the broadcast pointed it out, the one play sticks in your head, even though there's 74 plays, 34 passing plays. Yeah, he had some other plays where he made mistakes, maybe 4 or 5, but, give him some time, bro. Give him some time. I'm not panicking. Dante. Didn't really see a ton from Dante, obviously. He had that one contest. He was on Peoples-Jones on that 1 3rd down that was clutch. He was in his hip pocket. Arm was through there. I mean, you can't play better defense than D-Jack on that. Like I said, I'll look at the all 22 to see that. But I know this is the plays that showed up on the broadcast that you probably noticed. C.J. Henderson. Everybody's talking about the big PI in the end zone. So I went back and looked at the play. The play was cover 3. Some people are saying that he should have let his safety over the top make the play. It was a bad pass, whatever. Hindsight is 20/20, guys. I'm gonna tell you that right now. So Jacoby Brissett booted out to the right. He rolled right and scrambled up just a little bit. When you're looking in the backfield playing zone, this happens. You can lose your man sometimes. And he lost his man. He had no idea where the ball is. People are asking why he didn't look back for the ball. I'm wondering also. But at the same time, typically when you're watching stuff, this is how it's coached. Here are the coaching points by somebody that used to play DB. If you're face guarding the guy and you don't look back, sometimes they'll tell you to play the hands. They'll tell you to pester, slap his hands while you pump your arms, pester him. They call it squeeze and pester. When you're running sideline to sideline deep, you squeeze him to the sideline slowly without directly pushing him, and you pester. You be a pest. You hit his arm down and stuff when you're running by him. You play the hands. You wait till he shows his hands, and then you stick your hand in there and break it up. If you followed me on Twitter during training camp, I was showing y'all the drill that they were doing. They weren't looking back, and every time the receiver, they were just jogging in place. Every time the receiver threw his hands up, they would put their hands in there and spread them apart to prevent the catch. Every time they do it, spread apart. So they'll face guard sometimes. But if you're getting beat, you do not look back for the ball. Looking back for the ball, do you think it's faster to run facing forward or run looking over your shoulder? Have any of y'all ran from a dog before? If you've been chased by a pit bull, if you're from the country like me and you've been chased by somebody pit bull or German shepherd or lab mixed with something else that was adopted. If you ever run from a dog, you don't look back. You run slower when you look back. You run facing forward. You find where you're going and do that. When you're a DB, if you're beat, you run to find the man first. Once you get in position, then you look back. What CJ didn't do is look back once he got there, and he ended up just kind of panicking. When you burnt like that, you find the receiver. Because let's say he was looking back for the ball, and he doesn't know where Amari went. Amari's still 5-10 yards separated from him. He don't know where Amari went. Let's say the ball, he doesn't know where the ball is. So let's say the ball hasn't even been thrown yet. He looks back, Amari Cooper runs out of his sight line. Now that he looks, Amari's gone. Then the ball goes over your head. You saw, people are like, you had help over the top. He didn't have help. It was cover 3. Xavier Woods came over from where he was at. The ball just happened to, Xavier Woods was in the middle of the field. His zone was the middle of the field. CJ was that far sideline. Dante was the other one. Xavier Woods came over from his own assignment. The ball just hung up in the air enough for him to be able to get it. CJ didn't know where the ball was. He didn't know Woods was going to get the pick. So just saying you didn't have to do nothing. The pick was coming. He didn't know that. He didn't know. He didn't know. He didn't know. The ball hung in the air. He didn't know that. It was a bad pass. He didn't know that. So it's not always as clear and as black and white as you may want it to be. That's just my thoughts on that play. He was beat and he panicked. You want him to stay cool, but it's hard when when a dude is a couple yards behind you. Lumbee 3, what up, though? Donald Duck, what up, though? Whose fault was it? It was CJ. CJ got beat. But I'm just saying, y'all saying that he should have looked back. Or he should have did what he should. That's what. Next time you see it, he was trying to play the hands. But CJ just didn't know when the ball was coming, so he panicked. It was CJ's fault. He tried to play the hands, and he panicked. He got there too early. James Neven, what up, though? So for defense, they got to be able to tackle, guys. A lot of people are saying that the Giants did this, that, whatever. Saquon Barkley did this, that, and whatever. They're going to run all over us. Listen, man. Listen. Saquon is a dog. He's a dog. But the Giants running game and the Browns running game are two different things. Because you just never really know. Brian Dable, the one thing they really didn't do in Buffalo is run the ball. They had Josh Allen. They were slinging that thing all over the place. And so 32 runs by them, 238 yards, 164 went to Saquon. It's going to be another test because Saquon is not just, he's a different type of back. He's not hard to tackle because he's strong. He's hard to tackle because he's slippery. He's agile. He's powerful. He's elusive. He is a better all-around running back talent-wise than Nick Chubb. Nick Chubb is all business, run the hole, run hard, stiff arm every now and then, fall forward, get yards. It ain't a lot of nonsense and flash. Saquon is a different type of flash. So I wouldn't just automatically assume that because we struggled with Nick Chubb that we're going to struggle with Saquon Barkley. Yes, they may see some things that they like and try to emulate it. But Brian Dable, I just never saw him as being a running type of play caller. In Buffalo last year, would you call Buffalo a running team last year? No. They had an MVP candidate and Josh Allen. They slaying the ball all over the place. Now, granted, like I said, stuff is about game tempo, about matchups. They're probably going to try to run the ball on us now that they see this. But like I said, Saquon and Chubb are two different type of running backs, man. They're two different types of running backs. And overall, guys, it's week 1. Let's be for real. Did anybody? I'm trying to figure out who actually won today. Who won today? Minnesota won. New York won. The Chargers won. Kansas City, Ravens, Commanders, the Dolphins, Steelers, Eagles, Bears, Browns, and New Orleans. Okay. Did anybody win the Super Bowl today? Any of those? Did anybody win the Super Bowl today? Did anybody win the Super Bowl today off of a win or a loss? I'm trying to figure out. Y'all let me know, because some of y'all panicking like the season just over. Some of y'all told me before y'all thought if we lost, it was going to be over for y'all anyway. Stuff is never as good. In the NFL, man, it's a week-to-week league, dog. Things are never as good as they seem, and they're never as bad as they seem off of one game. But anybody win the Super Bowl today? If I missed something, let me know, because it's only week 1. There's literally 16 more games left. If anybody won the Super Bowl today off of how they did, I'm open. I'm open to hearing. If anybody won, and like I said, I'm staying pretty even keel as much as possible until I watch the film. You can call it excuses. I'm calling them reasons. It was a perfect storm. A team that's bad at tackling like the Panthers. A team that's struggled with that. You said we're seeing the same qualities as last year. That's why we're panicking. I mean, last year we saw Christian McCaffrey get the ball like 30 times a game. We didn't see that today. Last year we saw a lot of running plays on first down. That didn't happen today. Yes, we did see bad tackling. I just don't understand how we can mail it in after 1 week. Because y'all some people mailed the whole season in off the first half. I'm wondering what would y'all sentiments feel like had the refs actually called that play on Jacoby Brissett and they ran the ball off and we won the game? Because all this bad stuff would happen. How would y'all feel? How would y'all feel if we had won the game? Because literally nothing really changed. Had the ref actually called that play, everything else before that would have been valid. Everything that we're mad about now, we could still have every point to be mad about then. So had we actually won the game, and that it would have been different. I'm just trying to stay grounded, y'all. I'm just trying to stay grounded. Man. It's the season's way too long for me to panic off rip. I don't need that type of stress in my life. And Tony made a good point. We actually second half, we actually made some adjustments. We actually started to run the ball in the second half. Y'all complained about us not making half adjustments. I complained about it too. Yes, it was an emotional game. We spent all offseason going back and forth with these BS Browns fans that don't know their thumb from their index finger. Spent all offseason doing that. We heard a narrative about Baker. We wanted to win it for Baker because it's his ex-team. We know what the Browns are doing with their quarterback situation. There was a lot of stock in this game. Baker Mayfield even said it during the press conference. A lot of people make this out to be the Super Bowl, but it's still just 1 week. You got to take it 1 week at a time. Y'all hated Joe Brady. Joe Brady said 1-0 for a reason. You got to be able to compartmentalize this stuff, man. So we still couldn't stop the run. Oh, wrong one. Still couldn't stop the run. I'm trying to tell y'all that a good offensive line versus with Nick Chubb, it's not as easy as just saying y'all need to stop the run. We weren't going to be Teflon against the run. Anyway, I didn't expect us to be a top flight running defense again. We were top 10 last year. I didn't expect us to just miraculously take a step up. I was curious to see what would happen. I didn't know it was going to happen. Nobody did. But listen, man, you don't get to practice. Like, tackling is not just something. You have to practice tackling, guys. You have to practice tackling. This is not something that you can just do in the offseason like that because, like I said, they're not even allowed to have that many padded practices during the offseason. So for us to be a team that needs improvement on tackling, to face a team like with Chubb and that offensive line, that's tough. It's a tough assignment. Now, if I start seeing a pattern, okay, then yes. But I'm not going to mail it in off of one game. Y'all must watch too much college football because one game having too big of an effect on y'all. Y'all watching too much college football. One game is not going to write your whole season. It's not going to kill your whole season. Y'all watch too much college football. Defensively, they're not going to be down. They're not going to be, like I said, they're not going to be the 2000 Ravens, guys. I think they decided to let Reddit go and whatever. They expect the offense to meet them halfway. It can't be 80% defense, 20% offense. We got to play complementary football. It's got to be complementary football. It's got to be complementary football. It's got to be. But offensively, like I said, we have to run the ball. Like there's if you would have told me that, if I had have told you that the Panthers were going to give up 200 yards rushing, let me hear me out. 200 yards rushing, 5 fumble snaps. Christian McCaffrey was only going to get the ball 14 times for 57 yards. And we really probably should have won, but lost by a field goal. I would say how. But like I said, 14 touches by McCaffrey, 5 drop snaps, 4 tip balls at the line of scrimmage. We gave up 200 yards rushing. I mean, every game is not going to be pretty. Every game is not going to be pretty. Dirtbag Don, what up, though? But like I said, every game is not going to be pretty. Now, can we build off what we saw in the second half? Yeah. Baker threw the ball deep. Ian Thomas actually has a pulse. But I do think we need to address the edge. It's not too much we can do, guys. It's not too much you can do. Silverback said we had to throw the ball. We were only down 14 points at the most. We were down 14 points at the most. The biggest lead of the game was 14 points. And how long did we trail? We trailed by 14 points for 3 minutes in the first half. And another 4 minutes in the second half, then we cut it down. We didn't have to throw the ball that much. Early, like I said, we only ran the ball on first down 5 times. 5 out of 21 opportunities to run the ball on first down. We only ran it 5 times. There were 21 opportunities. I mean, we got to call the plays. I just don't see a winning formula. I don't see a winning formula by not giving Christian McCaffrey the ball at least 20 times. 14 touches. 14 touches. 14 touches for Christian McCaffrey. The best player, a top 5 weapon in the NFL, man. Like I said, if I told y'all Christian McCaffrey's only going to touch the ball 14 times, Baker Mayfield was going to get sacked 4 times. Baker Mayfield was going to have 5 drop snaps. The defense is going to give up 200 yards of total offense. The defense, they were going to have a time of possession. Hold on. What was that time of possession number? 38 and a half minutes time of possession. And we only lost by 2 off of 58-yard field goal. I mean, DJ Moore didn't even touch the ball really either like that. Like, there's reason for optimism, guys. You can look at it how you want to. I'm not going to tell you how you want to feel, fan how you want to fan. If you want to hear somebody boo-hoo and be crying, you can go to – there's plenty of other people that want to just – that's not going to provide facts and information and logic. But you can feel how you want to feel. There's plenty of people that's going to complain and talk trash about whoever. I gave my criticisms. I given why I think it's not the worst thing to panic about this early. You can feel how you want to feel. It's a long season. If you want to have your butt tight and be mad, it's a long season, man. The next game is not till a week away, so you're going to be – come on. I'm giving it time. I'm trying to be patient. 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 I feel like better days are ahead, guys. I'm going to say that right now. Got the Giants next week. We'll see what happens, man. We'll see what happens. Anything, I'm telling y'all, man. It's a week-to-week league. Do I think we beat the Giants? I got to watch the Giants play. We got to win. We got to win, in my opinion. We got to win. But I got to watch the Giants. I didn't watch them play, so I got to watch them before I give my full perspective. Y'all think the Bengals are – they probably are. This is the NFL. The Bengals, they went to the Super Bowl last year. They lost to the Steelers with Mitch Trubisky. Y'all want to clown whatever. The Eagles only beat the Lions by 3. The Texans tied. The Colts tied with the Texans. The Patriots lost. Who else? Green Bay got smacked. The Raiders, they lost. Like, it's week 1, man. It's week 1. It's week 1. Like there's positives and negatives you could take from any game. No. So they lost in overtime, and it still is a well-coached team. Joe Burrow still had three picks by Burrow? 3 turnovers? How many? Joe Burrow had 4 picks and a fumble. Joe Burrow was sacked 7 times, fumbled twice. Joe Burrow had 5 turnovers. You think they're not gonna give Joe Burrow a contract? Joe Burrow, yeah. So y'all, everybody in the comments panicking off of week 1. Let me know. Joe Burrow had 5 turnovers. 4 picks, 1 fumble loss, 2 total fumbles, and they lost the game to the Steelers. Y'all think the Bengals gonna be drafting the quarterback next year? Y'all think Joe Burrow gonna be they're gonna be drafting the quarterback to replace Joe Burrow next year? He had 5 turnovers today. Let me know. Let me know. I mean, let me know. If we judge it things, and the Bengals barely lost too. Is Joe Burrow done in the NFL? Like, is he washed? Week 1 means everything, right? I'm just asking. These are real questions. These are real questions. Joe is accomplished. Joe had 1 year. The same thing y'all say about Baker. Joe had 1 year. Joe Burrow had 1 year last year. He made a run to the Super Bowl. 1 year. Not to mention, Joe Burrow has way better weapons. Joe Burrow has better weapons on the outside. But let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Is Joe Burrow done? Is Joe Burrow cooked? Is he cooked? Said, don't do us like. Don't do. Joe Burrow got fortunate. He had a fortunate Super Bowl run. But if we judge the stuff all week 1, let's do it. Let's do it, man. Let's do it. If we judging everything all week 1, let me keep going to the stats. Let's keep going to the stats. It's some more shocking performances like this, probably. It's got to be more out here, huh? I mean, let's talk about it. Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers had 195 yards passing. He only had he had a pick. And he fumbled. Aaron Rodgers had 2 turnovers, less than 200 yards passing. He scored less points than Baker Mayfield. I guess they regretting giving Aaron Rodgers that $250 million contract. I guess they regretting giving Aaron Rodgers that $250 million contract. Oh, well, season's over. They only put up 7 points against the Vikings and Kirk Cousins. It's week 1. Dang. I guess we should give up on the NFC. That's wide open this year because we lost week 1 to the Vikings. Let's keep going with the logic. I got a lot. There's plenty of them, man. Let's talk about it, man. I can do tit for tat. If we're gonna play it, I can do tit for tat. They said he's still tripping out that South American tree bark water. Let's be for real, man. Let's be for real. Who else can I go to? Who else can I go to? It's still a lot of football left, too. Kyler? What Kyler do today? Kyler Murray. Kyler Murray had less than 200 yards passing. They even took him out the game because it was such a blowout. 29 yards rushing. They only put up 21 points. I mean, he didn't turn the ball over, but I guess they regret giving him that contract. I guess so. I mean, I don't know. Bruh. If week 1, man. It's week 1. We miss football. I get it, man. We miss football. We miss football so bad, man. I know we miss football so much, so we expecting everything. Y'all want microwave results. Y'all saying J.C. Horn is a bust. because he's played 4 games and he got 2 holding calls and got beat on press coverage. Y'all saying people are saying J.C. Horn is a bust. Do y'all expect resident doctors when they first get their lab coat or whatever? Do y'all expect residents, to cure cancer? Do y'all expect these guys fresh out of med school to cure cancer? Like what are y'all? We could do it all day, man. We could do it all day. It's still a lot of time, man. It's still a lot of time. I mean, yeah, we needed the win. The win hurts. I understand. Like I said, the trash talk from these Browns fans, all the build up and the drama. We've been waiting since July. Oh Lord, Mac Jones. Let's talk about Mac Jones. Y'all want to talk about Mac Jones? I don't want to talk about the injured because he's injured, but Mac Jones. Some of y'all said that we should have drafted Mac Jones. Mac Jones, 213 yards, sacked twice. He had a pick, fumbled and lost it. 2 turnovers, and he hurt his back. I guess Mac Jones' career is over. He hurt his back today. He had 2 turnovers. We should go ahead and start putting these funeral arrangements together. I'll write the obituary. I'll bring the flowers. Because week 1, man, it's the book is written after week 1, right? Y'all realize they're gonna be playing football until January, maybe February. Like, come on, man. Like, it's week 1. Week 1. Let's be patient. Let's be patient, man. I think I done driven home my point. I think I done driven home my point that, bro, if we gonna go out, it seems bad because we in the middle of the storm, but like, dude, it is what it is. Says stop the pass, don't stop run. I just want to see complimentary football. So my biggest takeaways, like a complimentary football, lack of tackling, obviously, lack of running the ball. Tony says we still got a shot. Some people saying it's over. You can feel how you want to feel. There's plenty of reasons to be excited as it is to feel like we doomed. You know what I'm saying? There's plenty of reason to feel like there's still hope and we're doomed. But if like I said, if we're gonna panic off of the week 1 performance of the quarterback, you gotta let's look at every one of them. Y'all not keeping the same energy. There's plenty of teams that laid an egg today. Every week has a new identity, guys. It's a week to week league. I'm gonna keep telling y'all every time we do a live stream post game, it's a week to week league. It is, man. Now, like I said, I wonder how y'all would be talking if they called the fake spike, if they called the intentional grounding on the fake spike and we won the game because the clock ran out. Because everything that happened would not have changed except the end result of the game. The numbers would have been the same. We still would have gave up 200 yards. Still would have been 8 of 18 on third down for defense. Now, I'm not going to pat these guys on the back and just say, oh, good job or whatever. But it's not all doom and gloom. Some of y'all are. Says it's been 4 years for Baker. We've seen good Baker. We've seen bad Baker. Now, let's take it 1 week at a time. The Giants next week. But at the same time, like I said, let's not panic. I'm not gonna panic. I'm not gonna panic. I would open up the phone lines, but there's too many trolls in the comments, unfortunately. There's too many trolls in the comments, unfortunately. I don't wanna. I ain't got nobody to screen the calls, so we'll see. I I don't. I want to say Baker needs 2 years, but at the same time, the criticism is that you should have played him more in the preseason. You should have played the starters as a whole in the preseason. 9 plays were drop snaps and tip balls at the line of scrimmage. I keep saying it. We only ran 50 plays. It's almost 20%. I'll do the math. 9 divided by 50 is 18%. 18%, which is almost 20% of your plays, were wasted plays. Where was Higgins? I don't know. That's a good question. Where was Higgins? I don't know. Y'all talking about the same problems from last year? Joe Burrow had a terrible offensive line last year. He was one of the most sacked quarterbacks in the NFL last year. They addressed the offensive line. They addressed it. What happened? 7 sacks. 7 sacks. Seven sacks right here. 7. Wow. It's been a good career for Joe Burrow, but I mean, shoot. If he's going to have 5 turnovers, I guess they should probably move on, right? They still, I'm gonna stop talking about everybody else, man. We just gotta run the ball, man. You run the ball. You take the pressure off that defense. They're a little bit more fresh. Maybe they have enough gas. Maybe they have enough gas to get a stop on that last drive if you run the ball a little bit more in the first half. What if? We can play what if, shoulda, coulda, woulda. It is what it is. You can have 5 turnovers coming off of a Super Bowl. Am I doing a mock draft post week 3? Nah. Nah. I'm not wasting my time. I may be watching film on my own of some of these college players, but I ain't doing no mock draft. You can have 5 turnovers coming off of a Super Bowl. Can you? Can you have 5 turnovers coming off of a Super Bowl? Is 5 turnovers ever acceptable? When is 5 turnovers ever acceptable? When is 5 turnovers ever, like, what, under what circumstance? Like, that's all I'm talking about. When is 5 turnovers ever acceptable? Come on, man. You noticed it too, right? You noticed it too. We had a kickoff out of bounds. Kickoff out of bounds by number 4. As bad as bad as the complaining, as bad as y'all complaining. I mean, look, we lost by a field goal. You got to respect the fight. I respect it. I respect it. Like, guys, every week, every week is a new week. Like nothing from last week's game is going to affect the outcome of this game. I think we were fairly healthy. We did unscathed. Fortunately, nobody. I don't think it. Like I said, I don't remember any kind of injuries, which is pretty good. But there's nothing we can do about today's game anymore. It's over. Y'all seen Lion King? Not the little live action one, the old one. When Rafiki smacked him in the head with a stick, he smacked Simba in the head and told him, like, you can't do nothing about it now. It's in the past. What does it matter? It's in the past. You got to flush it. We'll look at the film in a couple of days, obviously. We're going to talk about it. We'll look at the film. But next week's a new week. You know what I'm saying? Like, the 18% of the offensive plays were either tipped at the line of scrimmage or fumble snaps. Are we gonna have 5 fumble snaps every game? I hope not. That's a correctable mistake. Should the tackling improve? It should improve. We're not gonna play Nick Chubb every week, thank God. So the tackling should improve. But regardless, we can throw that out the window. Let's say the run never gets better. Are we gonna get better at snapping the ball? Are we gonna actually start giving Christian McCaffrey? You don't think they look at the film and just be like, we didn't get Christian the ball enough? Do you think Christian McCaffrey will only touch the ball 14 times a game for the rest of the year? Do y'all think Christian McCaffrey will only touch the ball 14 times for the rest of the year? That's gonna be changed. Well, let's see what happens, man. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Yeah, a lot of costly penalties, the PI, the holdings by JC that were on third down. Come on, like the mistakes were just huge, man. There's what up? Hey, yo, Trill One, what up, though, bro? If we can't stop the Giants' run, I gotta eat crow. I mean, I'll look at the film and see what happens. I gotta look at the film. But from what I saw just off the broadcast, it was tackling. But like I said, Christian McCaffrey is a top 3 weapon in the NFL when healthy. I mean, and I say this, and the Giants, I just thought they were going to be bad. I thought the Giants were going to be bad. We all thought it because they're the Giants. The Giants could win the division this year. Who knows? We don't know. It's so much football. The Giants could be a legit team this year. The Giants could be legit. Who knows? I mean, they just beat the we sometimes we put too much stock in last year because the Titans had the number 1 seed and home field advantage in the playoffs last year, and they lost to the Giants today. You think the Titans, I mean, they feel bad, but you think they giving up and quitting? No. Yeah, sportsmanlike conduct, Matt Rule Man, Rule getting the flag for running into the ref on the sideline. Sideline warning. However, the Panthers do need to start winning. Like, I'm not panicking, but winning is gonna have to happen because I know for a fact that y'all acting like y'all would not be acting like this if that game went our way today. Y'all would not. I wouldn't be acting like this if the game went our way. Winning cures a lot of things. It masks a lot of deficiencies. It cures a lot of things. Like I said, I know for a fact y'all wouldn't be acting like this. But he said Rule maneuvering for Notre Dame spot. Y'all talking about this game. I got to get up off here. I got to get up. I got to get, because if Julio Jones going off, that means I was right. They told me Julio was cooked. I got to get up off here, man. Pay attention this week. Film breakdown. I think I will be doing a live stream of the film breakdown. I'm going to have to go through it myself so I can have some notes. But I think I'll be doing a film breakdown live. We can all sit down together. I'm not going to just give you little bits and pieces. I'm going to try to do a full live stream. Showing it. Just so we can see. But I got to get to this Buccaneers game because y'all keep pounding. Subscribe if you have not. Like I said, we'll do a full breakdown live stream. We'll see. All right. I got to get out of here. Peace.